But Trev, listen, Josie, he's not sitting on the fence. He said, there's no advantage to England. He said the Italians have been there and done it. They are cold, and that line he said, you go to a final to kill.
Yeah,
you don't get beat, you go to kill. It's a cracker. You know what? It really is. It's going to be down to who takes the chances. Half chances, maybe.
Yeah, I think obviously individual mistakes. You'd like to think that the players do the fundamentals right. Brilliant basics, but it's going to be hard, especially for the England players. And, Jose just touched on it there. When you've got 60,000 fans, you're at home, the expectancy's there, everyone's behind you. That is a bit of that's serious pressure, that. And we have got a few youngsters in there, but I just feel the way that they've performed, the way that they've produced top performances, individually, collectively, I think if they can keep the nerves, stay calm, and just, forget about the final. Play the match. Don't think about the occasion. Know your job and stick to that.
So, Trev, I'll talk to you about tactics in just a moment, but how are these young kids been thrown in at the deep end with absolute no fear, no nerves? Is this all to do with academies, what they're taught at an early age?
Yeah, I think obviously you've got a little bit of experience in there throughout the side, but I think when you start talking about certain players, Saka coming into the side, you ask any Arsenal fan, Ray will tell you, he's been outstanding. He's fearless. And I think when you are that young and you've not really had any kind of real disappointments in football, it's been like you've gone from your under-16s team, you're straight in the youth team, you're straight in the 23s, you're getting on the bench at the first team. All of a sudden, you're regular in the Arsenal first team at 18. I mean, that's almost unheard of. And so he's not really... It's all been smooth sailing for him. This is a continuation of that. Every time he's put the England shirt on, he's never let anyone down. He's always put in a proper performance. And I expect him to play. I expect him to start in the final. I don't think Gareth's going to change it. Unless there's an injury or someone's feeling pretty fatigued, I think he'll keep the same side. But I think Saka... He's got no fear. And the performance that he put in, we were talking about it, the out to him runs from the right hand side, coming inside and getting them straight little balls slipped in there and getting on. It caused him so many problems against Denmark. He did brilliant with that, and that's where Raheem's goal came from. He was getting shots off on time. I thought he was exceptional for an 18-year-old. Brilliant.
I think Jose made a good point, Alan, earlier, is that, when Spain played Italy, I thought Spain were the better side, but they didn't really play with a number 9.
Yeah.
Benucci and Chiellini, they want to play with a number 9 because they're so good at marking players. But if Harry can drop a little bit deeper like he has been doing, like he did for Spurs at times, then it might cause a problem for the two centre-halves. One might have to go in with him, then that gives the space to either Saka or Sterling to run in behind because, as much as how good they are aging. They're an aging.
Well, look at Morata's goal there. Look at Morata's goal. He picked up deep 1-2 and he's right through. Yeah. And there's no doubt about it. When Spain got the ball wide, they hurt Italy. And I think England have got to play that way as well. Harry coming deeper,
I'm looking at the
wide.
fullbacks as well, Al.
Yeah.
I mean, Luke Shaw, he's got 3 assists already in this tournament. So he's going to be important. He's got to get down that left-hand side and put deliveries like he has been doing. That's when Sterling goes a little bit more to the middle, and that's how he scored his goals. So, yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing how they go down the sides. I mean, Walker's had a great tournament as well. He can get forward and deliver into the box. So they're going to be important as well, the fullbacks.
Trev, where will you be watching the game Sunday, Trev?
I'm at a fan park in Manchester, so I'm doing breakfast from Hotel Football, just opposite the Old Trafford in the morning, and then I'll go back home, get my family, and then we're going to go to a fan park, do a little bit of a Q&A, but nothing much. It's all about the players and the game and the atmosphere. I was there for Wednesday's game against Denmark. Amazing atmosphere.
How many beers do you get thrown over you?
Well, we're in a bit of a VIP area.
Oh, Trev, you got to go with the fans. You get him with the fans.
My son's asked for a table in with the fans.
Oh, yeah.
So he wants to get right amongst it. But listen, just talking about that game with Italy and Spain, obviously Olmo caused a lot of problems.
Good player, by the way.
Very good,
him.
like strong, good balance, can go both ways, physical, very fit as well. But if Ayafable could finish, I don't think Italy are in this final because the header especially, it was a great ball in by Koke, little just feigned one in with his right foot, and he did not get any contact, but they had chance after chance. I thought Pedro was brilliant. So I feel Italy had to work extremely hard, not just to win that match, to stay in that match, because they were getting passed to death. So I know they've had an extra day, but they are older. We've both done extra time. If we can recover quickly, get all the latest technology, get the boys in the ice baths and all the rest of it, I think we could overrun them. I honestly do think we could be too fit and too mobile for this Italian side.
England's bench, don't get me wrong, I'm not belittling the Italians, the top players in that squad, but I just think England's bench is stronger.
Yeah, you got players that can change the game. Obviously, Grealish came off the bench the other day. There's so much talent that can come off the bench. And if you're against an older side, 5-6 games into the tournament, you got to the final, there's a few tired legs, there'll be a few little niggly injuries. If you're bringing on players like that can change the game, Foden's in the last, 20, 25 minutes, good luck dealing with that, because that's a very difficult task.
Do you think you look at Emerson as well? He's not played a lot of football, has he, for Chelsea?
But that might go in his favour, because we've said about some of the players, you look at Harry.
He's not started, is he? He wouldn't be starting if obviously the injury.
Spinazzola. Spinazzola, that's a huge blow to them.
He was superb, wasn't he?
Not only defending wise, which he did really well, because Italy weren't conceding at all in the opening games. They were winning games at a canter, but offensively, and that energy to get down the left-hand side, and his end product, and just what he brought to that Italian side was superb. So he'll be a big miss. But Emerson, people say, oh yeah, he's not even a starter for Chelsea. The fact that he's not a starter for Chelsea means he's a bit fresher. So for me, I feel that could go in the Italians' favour, although it's a big task to deal with Saka for 60 minutes and then maybe come on Foden or Grealish or whoever you want to go and finish you off.